What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel! So today, I'm going to be doing my first thoughts and impressions on Dark Souls 3. But if you're new to the channel, be sure, go over here, hit that subscribe button. I upload every videos every single week. And I appreciate all my subscribers, everybody's comments down below. You guys are amazing. And if you enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like on it. I appreciate it. Just enjoy the video. So I just want to start by saying this is just my first thoughts and impressions because I'm going to do an actual full in-depth review later down the road once I fully beat the game. And right now I got the full game, I got all the DLC, and from what I heard, the DLC is, almost as long as the main game itself. And let me tell you, the regular game itself, I've put a lot of hours into this game. And I would say I'm just under halfway from a friend of mine that kind of seen where I was. And he's a really big Souls guy, just like me. Because I started with, Dark Souls 1. I played Dark Souls 2. I played a little bit of Bloodborne. But mainly I focused just on, the Souls games. The first thing a lot of people say about this series is the difficulty. Some people, it's too hard for them. Or they don't like dying a lot. For me though, I grew up playing games like Ninja Gaiden. I played all the Ninja Gaidens and those are freaking hard. I beat all of them on the hardest difficulty. Then you have games like Sekiro, which I played on my PC here, and that game is insanely hard. All through my life, basically, I played really hard games. So, I enjoy it, you know what I mean? Because after you beat a big boss or something that's really difficult in the game, it makes you feel so much better, you know what I mean? Because you came over that, you overcame whatever, boss it was, or in this game, like even the smallest creature, you know what I mean? Because you gotta learn the patterns and all that, you gotta learn how to defend, when to attack, what weapons to use. There's so much in-depth stuff that you have to be thinking about in a game like this in order to get better, you know what I mean? Or get good, as the kids say. But, I rise to the occasion, I don't give up, okay? I'll sit there for, freaking hour, facing one thing over and over if I have to. But then eventually, you figure something out where you have a good counter for it. Because some bosses, like, you don't want to wear as much clothes and armor and stuff. So you can, be faster rolling and whatnot. And just do, quick attacks and stuff if you can dodge them fast enough. Me, usually, I like to wear kind of a lot of armor and stuff. And I like to use a shield so I have enough poise. And usually what'll happen is, if you have enough poise, it means, whenever you get attacked by a boss or something, they'll reflect off of you, right? You won't be knocked out of your stance or whatever. And it won't take as much stamina. So you have, and that's another thing you gotta watch is your stamina, because if your stamina gets low, you can't roll and stuff. So every move you use uses up your stamina bar. And if you end up with no stamina and it has to build back up, you're gonna get one-shotted. So you gotta be really, really careful. And all these bosses and stuff are insanely freaking hard. But once you get used to it, you know what I mean? It's not that bad. If you like hard games and stuff, definitely give the Souls series a try. That's another area, right? All these bosses and stuff you beat, all these mini bosses, even down to the regular peons, they all drop their weapons, they drop their armor, and there's all different kinds from long swords, broadswords, great swords, bows, crossbows. There's so many different things, maces. You can even have a magic guy or a dexterity build or a strength build, which is what I'm doing right now because typically, I just like swinging around big freaking swords and stuff, and you know what I mean? Because once you get so far in the game and you have enough stamina and stuff, you could kind of get away with that, you know what I mean? But once you're kind of a lower character, you can't really one-hand big stuff, you know what I mean? It slows you down. You gotta be fast enough to dodge all the attacks and stuff of these creatures because they're freaking fast, man, and they are ferocious. I'm playing the PC build, and it's insane, guys. I'm enjoying it so much. In 4K, max settings, it is so beautiful. Now, Dark Souls isn't really known for its graphics, but I don't know, it's come so far on my PC, you know what I mean? What about all the NPCs and stuff? Because that's a big part of 3, is all these NPCs you go around, to explore, and whether it's down in dungeons, or up in castles, or behind all these locked gates, or secrets, or whatever, there's all these NPCs and stuff which you can find and send back to your shrine. And they do all kinds of different things, whether it's give you free levels, sell you all kinds of cool stuff. The blacksmith, for instance, you bring him all these different stones you find throughout the levels, you know what I mean? And he lets you infuse all your different weapon types. So you can do holy buffs, fire buffs, lightning buffs. You can do sharp, heavy, all these different kinds of things. And the different buffs you might want to do depends on, you know, your character build, how much, you know, down there where it says the letters will say, you know, A, B, C, or D. Each one of those letters is a quality of buff you're getting to your weapons, right? So if you have a lot of strength on your weapon, let's say it has a D, it's going to give you a D bonus to your strength. So that little blue thing you see there where, you know, it shows next to your strength, it'll have your regular strength and then how much extra it gives you, you know, based on that weapon and how it's upgraded and stuff. One of my favorite parts, though, of this game, of course, is all the bosses and the mini bosses. I don't know about you guys, but I love finding every single side boss, main boss, it doesn't matter what it is. Whenever I see the occasion, I'll figure them out and I'll freaking kick their butts. I might die a lot, but eventually I'll figure out a pattern that works for them because they're all different. You know, one boss cannot be fought, you know, the exact same way as another boss. It's all freaking different. It's all hard, and you know, you have to be willing to take the time, sit there, watch their moves, because some of these bosses have like 10 different moves they can do, and you know, you just gotta learn the best way for you. And that's another thing, because everybody plays different classes. For me, I'm a strength build, so I like to be up close with the sword, you know, just chipping away at the health, rolling around, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, you know, blocking with a shield. That's how I like to do mine. But some people out there like to play magic builds, or they might be, you know, further away, shooting blasts and stuff, or like a dexterity build where we use like swords and stuff, or even like bows, which you gotta have a certain amount. I think the first great bow I got the other day, because I'm in the castle now, the Londo Castle, I got my first great bow, but you gotta have a dexterity of 20. So it's pretty high, especially if I put most of my stuff in strength and whatnot. But I'm definitely psyched to be playing this game, guys. The weapons and stuff you get from these bosses and mini bosses are so insane. They might not have, you know, the best moveset, but they look so amazing. And some of them have the coolest things, like some will be on fire, some will have like cool effects. So what happens when you beat a boss is you get his souls, right? You get his soul thing, whatever it is, spirit, and you take that back to the Firelink Shrine, and there's a guy there that will break it down, you know, so you can use it. And the way it works is you have choices between a bunch of different stuff you can get on there. So like one thing will have like a weapon you could get, it'll have, you could choose 2 different weapons, or maybe a ring or something. So you have to be careful, and you have to make sure you go through all the lists and make sure, you know, okay, I want this and this and this, because if you use something, you might get rid of one of the things on the list that you need, you know, that item for. So you got to be careful there 100%. For me, I definitely wanted Pontiff's Greatsword. It's awesome. You can push the L2 to get to the pose, and then R2, and it basically lights the sword on fire for free. This big, huge freaking Greatsword, it's like 15 pounds or something. It's a big beast. But it lights it on fire and it stays on fire for a long time, and it's pretty cool. Like I said though, guys, this is just my first thoughts and impressions. I just want to kind of let you guys know what I think of the game so far. Be sure to let me know down in the comments what you think of the video. I'm just ready to get done with this video though, so I can get back to playing it. I'm in Londo Castle. I'm down below. I found the secret door. Oh, that's another thing. I'm doing this 100% guide free. But I found a secret door, and that's another thing. We usually like hit walls and stuff and find secret hidden doors. And then I went down this big, huge ladder, and there's these beasts down there that are insanely hard. And that was kind of one of the strategies, because the first time I went down there, I got freaking murdered, and they're very close to each other, and each one of them is a mini boss. So you have to be careful not to aggro the other boss, you know, to this boss, because it'll freaking murder you even faster, and you pretty much get one-shotted. But what I decided to do with that, and usually, you know, what I like to do right now, because of, you know, how I got my stats and stuff, I'm kind of getting up there, and I'm like a level 50, but, you know, I kind of put on heavy armor-ish, kind of like in between the middle, and a nice big sword, and then just like my long short sword. And that way I can just kind of chip away and then roll away. You know, kind of, you have to watch the pattern. Watching their moveset is so important in this game, because like whenever they attack, that's when you roll. And you don't want to do it too much. You know what I mean? You want to make sure you have all kinds of stamina left. You can't use it all. So the big thing is just to take your time, you know, roll in, maybe do a hit or two, and then roll away, get out of there, watch his moves, get used to them, you know what I'm saying? Learn how to dodge that boss, because they're all different. I hope you enjoyed this video though, and if you did, be sure to leave a like on it and leave a comment down below. I can't wait to talk to you guys. Sometimes YouTube doesn't notify me of everything, and I do realize as the channel gets bigger and bigger, it's going to be harder to see everybody's comment, but I'll try my best, guys. I already have all kinds of other good videos on the channel, so make sure, check my backlog. I'm sure there's something you enjoy. I make epic videos every single week. I'm not going anywhere. I have nothing but huge plans for this channel. And another thing, if there's anything you think I can improve on, be sure to let me know down in the comments in a nice way, you know what I mean? Constructive criticism, because I try my best every day to have the best quality I can just for you guys. But I'll see you on the next one.